Hi, my name is Rachel Breck, and I thank you for being here today to learn about the business in China. Today you are going to be learning about how business works in the country of China while also learning about their culture and life perspectives they live through every day. First, we're going to be talking about the basic information and geography of the country. China is located in Eastern Asia, which is bordered with 14 other countries. The capital of China is Beijing, which is located in the northeast of the country. China is home to two of the most popular mountains, which are the Himalayas and the biggest in the world, Mount Everest. Not only do they have mountains for geographical features, but they also have a wide variety of 5 major landforms, including mountains, which are the biggest one, then plateaus, basins, hills, and plains. Next, we are going to be talking about the culture and demographics of China. Coming in close second to India, but passing some days, China has the second largest population in the world with 1.412 billion people. The most common type of religion is some type of Chinese folk religion, which around 80% follow, and then the next biggest one would be Buddhism. China has around 302 current living languages, but the most popular spoken is Mandarin, which is a type of Chinese language. When it comes to living in China, around 94% of the populations live in the southeastern half due to being around larger cities and more activity. Current events. The current events in China currently contain the ongoing problem with forced labor at all ages. This has been happening for the past 2 decades and has nearly taken over the country. Next is the current repression in Xinjiang due to no freedom of religion, leaving thousands of people going into a camp. The next is how Elon Musk has taken over the car industry and technology industry in China and is praised by many walking around town. And of course, the ongoing issues between the US and China and how China views that they need to start being partners instead of enemies. Cultural profile. When it comes to politics and business, this is a big thing. This is because being a communist country, all things are ruled by the government and they are always involved. As our textbook says though, this has gotten better, but particularly is still bad in so-called state-owned enterprises. When it comes to greeting and communicating in China, always have a proper introduction with a bow or a handshake, and a type of nonverbal communication you want to avoid is a lot of direct eye contact. When meeting, always keep space and not a lot of physical touching. Humor in business is not appreciated and often seen as rude, and you are not taking it seriously and taking your elders seriously. Respect for authority is one of the biggest things in this country in and out of business, and you must always respect your elders or authority. You must listen and cherish their information. Collectivism is key in this country when it comes to business because it is how you work as a group and you succeed as a group for the group instead of just for an individual. Key business points. They follow a very simple organizational structure, which to them is just follow and listen to what the superiors are saying. They do not look for a structure, they look for answers from authority. Time to them. They are not very strict on scheduling. This is because when they are focused on developing the new relationships and trust, they don't rush that process, and it cannot be done by setting a time and using a pen and paper, which our textbook talked about, and how most of the time work will go after hours, especially while negotiating. Business attire. When it comes to business attire, they typically wear very professional clothing, including suits and ties, or a work suit for women also, as you can see in the image up in the corner. Work hours and yearly schedule. Their normal hours are typically 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a 2-hour lunch break around 12 to 2. Their holidays are typically more than 1 day long and can be from 2 days to a week. Business examples. A good success story of business in China is Starbucks. This is due to its strategic approach to market entry and localization. They did this by adapting its menu and store design to Chinese culture and preferences. This helped engage with the customers and then also help engage with them through social media and other channels. A failed story is Uber. Uber went to China in around 2014 and left after 2 short years. This is because Uber failed to align expectations and predictions with its marketing strategies. In simple terms, they failed to clarify what it wanted to do and how it could do best succeed in the market that is popular and competitive as China. This is because public transportation was such a big thing already, and they did not know a way to compete with the other people. Global business skills. When it comes to negotiating in China, they're more relationship-oriented. They want to cut right to the chase, they want to build a relationship and take their time, not to rush it. Scheduling and time management in China. Time does not mean much to them. They don't want to rush anything, and it's often that time management is just not really a thing there. Government influence. The government has gotten a lot better over the last couple years, but is still very involved, especially compared to United States and other countries. This is just because of the type of government they have and the way that the government wants to run their country. Comparative style. They are definitely more group and relationship oriented in and out of the business world. This is something that is very big that needs to be remembered due to the fact that it's an everyday expectation. In conclusion, China is a very big business world with some of the biggest companies in the world. They take pride in their relationship-oriented culture with nothing but respect for authority. Between their business opportunities and competitive market, this is a place for businesses to thrive and develop with the help of some of the big business people in the world. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed.